Welcome to the Portal Monitor training video. Portal monitors can be used for quick contamination surveys of individuals and vehicles. In this video we will demonstrate how to properly set up and operationally check a portal monitor, as well as troubleshoot any issues that may arise during the setup process. Each portal monitor case should include two pillars with base plates and a pipe to connect them at the top. There should also be a short cable and a longer cable to connect each pillar to the control box, and at least 6 D-cell batteries or an AC adapter cable for a power source. First, place the base plates on the floor a few feet apart. Unscrew the wing nuts and remove the washers. Before you secure the pillars in place, make sure you have the proper orientation. The yellow dot on each pillar should face inward, and the motion sensor should be positioned on the side a person or vehicle will be entering from. Once you've carefully lowered the pillars into place on the base plates, fasten them down with the washers and then the wing nuts. Pass the two cables through the small hole on the edge of the overhead pipe. The longer cable should come out on the far end labeled side B, and the shorter cable should come out on the near end labeled side A. Now connect the cable from the port at the top of each pillar to the corresponding ports on top of the control box. If you were to be facing the control box, port A would be on the left connecting to the near pillar, and port B would be on the right connecting to the far pillar. Insert the batteries into the side of the control box with the positive end oriented outwards. A screwdriver may be helpful to turn the caps. If your portal monitor uses an AC adapter as a power source instead, connect it on the opposite side of the control box. Now that the portal monitor is set up, establish an exclusion zone of approximately 6 feet on either side. You can use cones, barrier tape, rope, or lines drawn on the ground to mark the area. Before using the portal monitor, you'll need to perform a few operational checks. First, you may need to write down the serial number which is located above the control box or on a plaque attached to one of the pillars. Next, turn the switch on the control box to the on position and verify that both the red and green lamps light up and that the control box makes an alarm sound when turned on. The screen should begin to show a 20-second countdown. Once this is complete, the portal monitor should be operating and will display the background count at the top of the screen. Write down the displayed counts on any of the forms you may be required to complete. Once powered on, the motion sensor needs about 3 minutes to warm up, after which you will be able to begin the walkthrough tests. On the first test, walk through the portal monitor normally and verify that no alarm sound occurs. Next, using a provided check source, walk through slowly, holding the check source in front of you at head level to verify that the alarm does sound this time. Then, return to the entrance side and hold the source in front of you at waist level, walking through slowly to verify that the alarm sounds again. Finally, hold the source in front of you at foot level and walk through to check the alarm one last time at this height. Portal monitors for vehicles use larger, square base plates and a longer cable running along the ground with a cable protector to cover it. First, space out the base plates to fit the width of this cable protector. Carefully lower each pillar onto the base plates. Attach the washers and the wing nuts and fasten the pillars down. Attach the shorter cable from the port on the left-hand side of the control box to the port on the top of the same pillar. Bring the longer cable up from the ground and attach it to the port on the right-hand side of the control box. The other end of the longer cable will attach to the port at the top of the far pillar. For vehicles, the exclusion zone distance should be set out to 25 feet. As always, remember this extends on both sides away from the portal monitor. For the vehicle setup, walkthrough tests should be performed separately for each pillar. For the near pillar, only one person is required to pass by. For the far pillar, 2 people may be required to walk through simultaneously, so that one person can walk by the motion sensor while the second person walks by the far pillar with source in hand. As always, remember to perform one test without a source to verify that no alarm sound occurs, and then one test each at head, waist, and foot level with the source in hand to verify that the alarm sound does occur. During setup, you may encounter an issue where the red alarm flashes and beeps periodically, and the screen displays a problem with one of the detectors. This may indicate that one of the ports isn't connected properly. Double check each of the ports, and the screen may return to normal once you've tightened a faulty connection. Always remember to turn the control box off and on again once you fix the connection, as the portal monitor will need to retake the background count properly on startup. If during the walkthrough test the alarm doesn't sound while you are holding a source, it could be because you were holding it too far from one of the pillars. It's recommended to maintain a distance of about 1.5 feet away when walking by, or to keep it as centered as possible when walking through the portal monitor setup for individuals. Another issue that could cause the alarm to not sound while you are holding a source could be entering from the wrong side. Always make sure you are entering from the side with the motion sensor. If you are doing this but still experiencing the same problem, check the orientation of the motion sensor itself. Notice here that the green light indicating the activation of the motion sensor does not come on until after the individual has passed by. The motion sensor can be rotated to the proper angle so that it activates for the duration of a pass through the portal monitor. If the alarm is sounding when you don't have a source, check the surrounding areas to make sure there are no sources nearby that may have set off the alarm. If any of these issues persist despite these troubleshooting tips, notify a supervisor.